Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the Mid Carters in Catering Podcast, episode 2.
I'm definitely in
Episode
catering right now.
motherfucking 2.
I'm
Say
definitely in
what?
catering. I'm definitely in catering right now, like a motherfucker. So
Yeah, you know, man, we still sitting up in catering, man. You know, show just ended. You know what I'm
you know,
saying?
we got blessed with some things. Shout out to Branson Cognac. You know, shout to
Always the plug,
shout,
always the plug. Future
shout,
sponsor.
shout to 50
Future
man.
sponsor.
He had me in better report, man. You know.
Oh Lord, we getting started already, man. This is going to be a really solid episode, man. So first off, we want to send our condolences to the family of Antonio Inoki.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, a legend, man, a legend. There is no New Japan Pro Wrestling without Antonio Inoki. There's just no Japanese wrestling at all. Like, the man is a legend. He passed away. He's also a WWE Hall of Famer. If you really want to tap in and dive into his history, definitely check out, like, I think 1976. He faced Muhammad Ali in a pro wrestling versus boxing type deal. That was pretty big.
My favorite match by him was Inoki versus Vader.
Oh God, yo, I might have to go look that one up.
Vader gave him the
crazy.
most ridiculous German suplex. The announcer was going to like, Inoki on the ground, just like with his mouth open, like, he was fucked up.
Yo, Vader used to be wilding in Japan, bro. Wilding. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, like, again, like, even just looking at the New Japan, like, matches that he was doing.
Or the classic when fucking Doc Gallows and somebody else had a horrible ass match, and he came through. He came from the back and just stopped that shit. Like, this shit is trash.
Oh, he did a trash stoppage on
he just went out there, nigga. He had a coat on with the fucking scarf on and shit. He like, stop this shit. He was yelling in Japanese, like, stop this shit. Get these motherfuckers out of here. Like, you need your CDL and you need your CDL. Get the fuck out of my
He put
way.
them all on CDL watch, right? I'm a hot dog. I gotta look that one up too.
I gotta tell you that it's on Twitter. It's on Twitter. I'm gonna send that shit to you.
Yeah, definitely shout out to and rest in peace to the legend, man. He passed away again tonight. And also, we want to give our thoughts are definitely with the people who were affected by Hurricane Ian. We of course, we've heard just the devastation that was caused by the hurricane, and we really hope that everybody just gets it all back together again, and absolutely rest in peace to those people that were lost in that situation as well. So it's time to pivot. First, I want to add, man, how's your week, bro?
Long.
Yeah.
Very long week. It's crazy because you see this. I'm gonna show it again. You see this little
yeah.
empty bottle.
So I'm guessing that bottle was full at the beginning of this evening.
Yeah, I had an interview. Shout out to Mask Off podcast. We had me, my dog Mo Titty, and my dog One Take Jake. We had an interview for our next project called It's a Trap. It's coming out November 8th. So I'm gonna make it here. Cover will be dropping soon, video will be dropping soon, all that shit. But we had
rap
that
shit.
Huh?
I said rap shit.
Yeah, rap nigga shit, definitely. So we had to set all that shit up. We interviewed for everything. We got that together, and I've been drinking this shit straight. So
for sure, shout out to Mask Off podcast, man.
Yes,
it was a pretty good. It was a pretty good episode that they ran. I was actually watching while he was doing it, while I was watching SmackDown, because I just been having to cover so much wrestling now, so it's like I'm pulling up many different things, talking to people and all this and whatnot. But yeah, it was a real solid thing. Make sure you tap in if you are interested in looking at Mask Off podcast on YouTube, all one word. Shout out to them. Shout out to Detroit.
Shout out to Detroit, man. It was some definitely Detroit shit.
City.
It was some Detroit shit, and it's a little bit of Jersey in there too, man. So I'm Jake from Jersey and shit. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it was a
So,
lot.
oh wow, so he's from Jersey. I didn't even like.
Yeah,
Okay, now
yeah,
now it makes sense. Now it makes sense
mhm,
when what me and you were talking about before we went live.
yeah.
Yeah, now I get that. But yeah. So my week, yeah, it's been a solid week. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of just working and my regular routines and everything. Just when we just started this podcast and like I'm really seeing like all the work that you got to put into like effectively running a podcast, and it's very it's very thought-provoking work, but it's also at the same time it's pretty fun, man. I'm actually really enjoying doing all this
Yeah,
stuff.
I noticed that about you, dog. Like you really was having a great time with this shit. Like I think this is your lane for real, man. You
Yeah,
really
man, like I'm really thinking that too, you know what I'm saying? Like and just seeing also just the reception that we've gotten just from like the first episode, like it was like we got some, it may have not been everybody like dapping us up like right then and there, but you can tell like people was really fucking with us, like
oh people watching. People watching.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
watching.
yeah. They
They are.
watching, they listening. Like I'm just looking at. I don't really like trying to pay attention to the numbers right now, but I'm looking at the numbers. I'm like, damn, like, whew, like okay, that's just episode one. Like, all right, so I really just want to say like I appreciate y'all tapping in, and
Definitely,
it's only
definitely.
gonna get better, bro. Like for real,
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Tim, Big Tim.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He tried to call me out, man, saying like because it's a long story. He tried to call me out about the Finn Balor shit, man. We used to call that nigga Finn Balor.
Oh
He's like,
shit.
man, you gotta stand on that. You gotta stand on that, man. I'm like, yeah, we're probably gonna be standing on that pretty soon again because I think we'll get into it. But,
Wait, so he called you? He called you out for Penn Balor? He ain't talk about me? He ain't talk about me
no,
when I
no,
was
like
Penn
people
Jobber, calling him Penn
like
Jobber, bro?
like we got called out. You know what I'm saying? We all got called out on some shit. And
Wow.
then I'm like, you know what? Because I thought, at first I thought Damian Priest was the leader because he was
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
more.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I was like, I said, I know my dumb ass didn't say that shit. But he's like, man,
Okay.
fuck that. You have to stand on that shit, man. But I'm like, man, no, I don't know, man. Like, in a minute, if big dogs show up, man, it might be going back to Penn Balor because yeah.
Yeah, and we gonna tap. Yeah, we gonna definitely tap into that, man. We gonna tap
Mhm.
into to the white rabbit of all of this, and exactly just what the hell is going on with this whole white rabbit thing, and where white rabbit took us tonight, by the
Yeah.
way, during SmackDown. But yeah, but overall, yeah, the week was cool, man. Like I can't complain. Now next week is gonna be a little hectic, like because I got to go out of town next weekend. So it's
Oh
like
yeah.
we got to make sure we record and doing all that. But it's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be
Yeah,
straight.
I got a nice little setup now, man. I just I hooked up my studio mic to everything, so everything sounds a lot better than last
Oh
week.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I mean, last week was cool. Still, man, it was all good. You
yeah,
know what I mean? But
it was
like,
good, man. But I needed some better shit. You know what I'm saying? Some
yeah,
like
yeah.
get
Yeah,
this
I
shit
mean,
together.
it's always like we always trying to play around, but we always want to just make sure we delivering the best quality for y'all, man, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess now we can just go ahead and pivot into the sheets, baby. We can get into them sheets.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
All right, so
Oh, man.
newsworthy things as of note. Now we're recording this. Wrestling news is like 24 goddamn 7. Okay, all we can do is just report and cover the things that is right here in front of our faces. So the first thing, man, I want to talk about, at least I want to point out, is just this Malachi Black situation.
It's weird. It's weird.
It's very strange, bro.
It's weird.
Because
It's so
let's okay, so let's go back a few days. All right,
right.
let's go back a few days. Uh, September 27th. NoDQ.com reported that Tony Khan reportedly said he's not going to be granting any AEW releases.
Right.
So if we go back a little bit before that, it was reported that Malachi Black, also known as Aleister Black, also known as Tommy N, had got a conditional request. So now it's just bringing up the question: was he released or was he not released?
Right.
So to piggyback off of that, Aleister Black went live on Instagram. I believe that was Monday. He actually went live after Raw on Monday. And he was just stating that, I'm getting tired of just all this bullshit. If it's not coming from me directly, then it's some bullshit. And I'm guessing that was towards the wrestling journalist, who, again, originally was reporting that he got a conditional release. He's unhappy, and everything of that sort. Is there anything that you kind of want to point out in that? Because I'm
I
kind of
look at,
tired.
I look at that shit and I look like a man who's got hit with something from somebody's lawyers.
Mm,
You know, that's definitely what that looked like, because you made an Instagram post said you did ask for your release because
correct.
of certain things that happened. Now all of a sudden you saying like, I didn't ask for release. I'm going to be back on AEW soon.
Correct. Which he also said that in the same Instagram live video, he was like, "Yeah, I'm expecting to be back on AEW in a few
I don't
weeks
think he's
or
going to.
few
I don't
months,
think.
whatever it is."
I don't think he's going to be back. I think
Okay.
that was Tony Khan telling him something like, "Look, you need to say this to make me so I can look good." You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, to be quite fucking honest, man, like a lot of wrestlers, from what I'm hearing, has asked for their release.
Mhm.
They asked for their release from that company because they was promised something that they haven't got.
And another one who is also associated with Black at the time, in terms of like just storyline and probably personal friends too, is old Buddy Murphy, the inmate 6974. Yeah, inmate. Yeah, we all remember
From D
old
Block.
Buddy,
He's from D Block.
from
D
yeah,
Block.
D Block Buddy asking to be broken away from the chains back when he was a disciple of Seth Rollins in the story. And now it looked like he started crying again because again House of Black is kind of like a fucking joke over there. But hey, that's just my opinion. But yes, it doesn't seem like he's the only one. It looks like so far the only person that was really truly granted the release. Well, really, I don't know if he really. I think he just went out his entire contract. Really was, or maybe I'm wrong. Was Bobby Fish?
No, Bobby Fish got his release.
Okay, so Bobby Fish definitely
They
got
got
his.
they got Fish the fuck up out of there.
Yeah, Fish started talking. He started talking crazy. He's just like, yeah, whatever, get the fuck out of here. Really, he just stopped giving fucks. He stopped having fucks to give. Which I also want to pivot over to Bobby Fish, who for one he debuted on Impact last week, and he addressed the rumor that he tried to get Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly to leave, which he called cap.
I don't believe it. I think he did.
I
I think he did. I think he did.
part of me is saying yes. He was just like it wasn't. It was
He had
more so like, yo, let's
he
get the
had
fuck
the
out of
old
here.
man wisdom. He had the old
Yeah.
man wisdom. Like, look, this is some bullshit. I'm trying to get you young motherfuckers the fuck up out of here. We can go over here and get paid, not
Mhm,
deal with this bullshit,
mhm.
and we can get the fuck up out of here. And
And Bobby outside of Impact, he's been hitting the indie circuit back again too, if
yeah,
I'm not mistaken. So it's kind of like I think Bobby's kind of happy to be in the spot. People trying to clown him and say like, oh, he had to go to Impact because Daddy H won't take him back, and it's just like, well, I don't think that seems to
hey,
be
look, man,
affecting him right now.
look, I'm gonna say this about Bobby.
Yeah,
Bobby is gonna have a career as a coach when when it's all said and done.
for sure, I can see that for him.
Yeah, cause and also too, man, like Bobby don't give a fuck about that shit. Bobby got that old man energy right now. He gonna say
Right,
what
Bobby.
he gonna say whatever the fuck he want to say on his mind. Ain't gonna do whatever the fuck he want to do.
And clearly, he's just done that. Like Bobby
He's
just
an
doesn't
old
give
man.
a
He's an
fuck.
old white man wearing Yeezys. So he don't give a fuck, man. He's just like, man, whatever. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. So he's like,
And then
I'm gonna have a cup of coffee in Impact, chill out, kick some
and
motherfuckers.
then and then on top of that, I feel like if like by happenstance that Cole and O'Reilly just happen to get the fuck out of AEW, if they go back to WWE, they're going to have Bobby with them.
Yeah.
Like Bobby's going to come.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to be any. Even if Bobby is there coming to work in the PC as a coach, like he's going to come along with them. Like that's not even like
my biggest thing right now is wondering what they're going to do with Adam Cole because he doesn't have anybody right now. You know, he don't have anybody. Like I wouldn't mind seeing him in a feud with MJF. You know, with Adam at his face, but I don't know. Like you know, because Kyle about to be out for a long time.
Kyle's fucked up.
Kyle had neck surgery, so he's gonna be out for a minute.
The thing about Cole, it looks like Cole is actually trying to come. Like he's like putting pieces of breadcrumbs out there right now that of his pending return. I don't know exactly what he's going to be doing in that, but like you said, possibly maybe. I mean, because it's in the cards right now that MJF is probably going to be beating Mox, but it will get to that later on. But yeah. So let's. I'm gonna move on. Cody Rhodes gave us an update on his injury. Right now, there's still no timetable. There's still no timetable with his return.
Royal Rumble. I'm saying Royal Rumble.
My guess too. That's my guess too.
Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's my guess too. He's saying there's no timetable. The doctors don't want to give him a return date because he said the doctors the doctors know I'm crazy and they know I'll try to pull off some shit. Real Cody shit right there.
One thing about Cody, man. Cody is a firm believer in kayfabe. He's a firm believer
for sure.
All that shit.
Absolutely. Cody is old school to
Cody old school, the motherfucker. Cody come, and that's why I'm saying Cody come back and Royal Rumble. He's old school, the motherfucker. He gonna win that bitch. He gonna have his WrestleMania moment. So that's why I'm like, I seen that shit. Like, Cody come back and Royal
Rumble. Also, let's see. Okay, and then we can get into a little bit of like news today concerning Randy Orton when we're talking about injury talk. There seems to be a lot of concern over his back injury. As you know, Randy has not been on TV since the match where the Usos won the undisputed tag team championships at SmackDown when they completely washed RK Bro that night. That was crazy. And he hasn't been back because he was going out trying to rehab injured back. And there seems to be just some concern over it. So I believe he got surgery or he's requiring surgery for the back injury. But yeah, it's looking pretty bad there for Randy. Hopefully we can get him back because Randy is one of the true GOATs. For sure, and we want to see Randy. If it's nearing its end, we want to see Randy get sent off properly for sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that. I'm still kind of hanging on the realm of they're just trying to bait people. Thinking like he's not going to come back and he's going to come back like day one, face Roman or some shit like that. Because that was a money match right there, and Randy versus Roman. That's a money match right there. So
yeah, for sure.
I'm hoping that's what it is, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It kind of bothers me a little bit.
Yeah. Same for me too. Because you already know Randy's had the history with the shoulders and whatnot. Because he has like a shoulder condition that sidelined him a lot during his career, earlier career. And I'm hoping that it's not a kayfabe thing because it would be like, damn, like. For real, but of course, I believe some kayfabe probably will move its way into that situation if he's in fact cleared later on down the line, and they want to, play it on to an angle where him and Roman may possibly face one another, or even him and Riddle. You never know. Like, might be doing like a turn on that. Let's go. Ludwig Kaiser. He addressed a rumor that Vince lost interest in Imperium. He said that's just total bullshit, and they're happy. So get the fuck over it. They're happy. It's been nothing but happiness ever since. Gunther name change. Only change has happened. They've made it completely capitalized now. So
That was definitely a Triple H move.
That was a Triple
an
H
H move right
move.
there.
Yeah, that was a H move right there. Fuck everybody that's crying about Walter. It's over. It's fucking over.
We Gunther now.
We are Gunther.
My man lost a lot of weight. He in great shape right now.
Great.
He got the baddest bitch in the game wearing his chain right now.
Yes, sir.
Good. He good, bro.
My man is eating good. He smokes cigars. He's sitting down. He talking shit to Sheamus online every single day. He going
to
oh, him and Sheamus be going at it, bro. That shit be funny. Yo, him and Sheamus be talking hella shit to each other on the internet, man. And yes, and speaking of Vince, I guess finally in the news wire, Vice TV, they are currently in process of producing a new documentary on Vince. It's supposedly supposed to air next month, actually.
That's gonna be a motherfucker.
And when I say next month, I'm literally talking about like in a couple hours. Hate to break the fourth wall, but yeah.
That's gonna be a motherfucker.
Yeah, so it's going to cover his whole career, and we're going to even get into the resignation from WWE, which just happened not too long ago. I think we're 7 weeks in now.
Yeah,
to Triple H, to the Triple H era. So
Triple H regime, Paul Levesque era, Paul Levesque era.
Paul Levesque. H did.
That's a wild ass last name too, Levesque.
Yeah. Did you have any news? Anything?
Me and Yum, her contract impact is about to expire. And she's not resigning. So that's kind of a sign right there, like that she's going to another company. My guess is WWE because she was a Triple H person,
She was definitely a Triple H person. How, my take on that is, that's interesting.
I'll say this. I don't think Keith signed that long for AEW, so
he may not be. But it's just like, the sour taste that I think he had because of, as we all know, Keith Lee and Mia, they are married, happily married. And, of course, I guess he just didn't like her handling, which is kind of like why.
But you gotta think about who was in charge at that time.
Yes. Well, this was. Oh yeah, you're right. Because she made it. She did go to main roster with
the retribution bullshit.
The retribution. Jesus Lord.
Yeah. So
just saying that name just makes me want to puke. But
So yeah, like I think she's going there. There's nothing for. I'm not trying to sound like an asshole or nothing like that, or like you assholes like to say, like trying to get the job at WWE. But
or hate watching,
whatever.
Yeah,
like but I look at it like there is, like she probably want to go back. They probably want to go back to WWE. The main motherfucker in charge, the person that they care about. Levesque. So. Yeah.
And if they do go back to WWE, get the fuck over it.
And then the thing is too, there's nothing y'all can they can be on some bullshit they want to, they can deny if they want to. They women's division is poorly fucking handled.
Oh God, And
I hate to say this shit too because I'm a fan of his, but the Deadpool of wrestling, Kenny Omega. He's mannerisms is Deadpool. His mannerisms is Deadpool, and he's not doing a good job of handling that shit. So
we definitely gonna be talking about that in just a few, man, and just a goddamn few. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I guess that's news and rumors. That's sheet talk for this week. I guess we about to tap into the Federation. So yeah, let's do that. right. So first we're gonna tap into Raw, man. We're gonna get into this Raw. Raw was pretty solid this week.
It
It was
was. It
actually
was.
it was on the up and up this week. I think the ratings this week, I think it was 1.6. 1.6 versus Monday Night Football. So Raw
The numbers.
did,
The numbers.
yeah, really, really, really solid numbers for Raw going against Monday Night Football this week. I know coming off of a down week, for sure. So we were in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada this week. We opened up with Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. So how are we feeling about that, man?
It was a good match. It's kind of crazy. I think Io is still trying to get her footing on the main roster right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's also because of that leg injury that she had. But it was a good solid match, man. Bianca is definitely the John Cena of women wrestling. Like they're pushing her to the fucking moon. And I love it. I love to see a black woman in that position right now.
I mean, she's a fucking star, dude.
She's a
fucking
star.
superstar. Like,
Superstar, like a
I
motherfucker.
mean,
It was
like
great.
I believe last weekend she was on College Game Day Live.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh my! I think the ratings for College Game Day Live actually were like through the roof
Went up
for
because of her.
because of her. So I mean, like, come on now, it's undeniable at this point. That's exactly what she's John Cena esque when it comes to women's wrestling, and I mean it's proven now. Like it's
I love the
undeniable.
promo she cut on Bailey. She was like, "You think I'm
Yo,
about to like diminish my accomplishments for you? Fuck out of here."
and not only that, like she healed it up. She healed it up in that promo as well too.
See,
You know what I'm
and that's
saying?
the crazy part. Like, I'm waiting. Like, it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a long minute. But that Bianca heel run is gonna be incredible.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, she did it. She did it. You know what I'm saying? She
NXT.
did it in NXT
Yeah,
and
and it was really
did it
fucking
very,
good.
very well in NXT. And I mean, she was
But,
a star even back then, if you ask me.
but
And
people love her. They love her,
yeah,
man.
and this is like maybe the fourth. This was maybe the fifth match that had Bianca and Io involved with one another. Because I mean, I think they did like 4 in NXT, and like they are really good dancing partners, if you ask me. It
Mhm.
was a pretty 50-50 match. Bianca still looking strong. You know, of
Yep.
course, it kind of makes sense to go against EO and then, maybe go against Dakota too. Like just building it up more to go to set up this match for
Yeah,
Extreme Rules.
I definitely need to see her versus Dakota next. I'll say this about Dakota. Dakota, when she came up to the main roster, she's been on the tear.
Oh yeah, Dakota. When I'll say, like, when it comes to like breaking the ceiling in terms of since being on main roster, and when it comes to Dakota and EO, I
Definitely
don't.
Dakota.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's Dakota right now. Dakota has the leg up. I mean, I don't want to make comparisons right now or anything like that, but Dakota definitely kind of like really, really in a good stride
Yeah.
comparatively in that. But again, Bianca and Io, they put on a really, really good banger. It was some pretty good spots in the match. Excuse me. Bianca wins that clean. She beats Io Sky clean. And then afterwards we get the stipulation for Bailey versus Bianca at Extreme Rules, and we will be having a ladder match.
I love it. I love it.
So that's gonna be pretty good. I mean, do you think like early Extreme Rules prediction, do you think uh Bailey takes a KOD from off the ladder?
That'll be some sinister ass shit. I don't know if they're gonna do all that, man. But then again, Bailey will fuck around and look like she want to die lit. So I can
Bro,
kind
and that's what I mean. It's like you talk about the KOD. KOD is probably still the most one of the most protected moves.
yeah,
In
nobody kicked out that shit.
Nobody's kicked out of it. Nobody's. I mean, people always find a way to escape it, but in terms of like breaking out of
I
it,
wouldn't be shocked if Bailey comes home. That'd be a way for Bailey to walk out with the title in the ladder match. So I wouldn't be shocked by that.
yeah. I mean, it's like if you want to die lit, you want to go full extreme, you got to go with the shits. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So we'll see. We'll see how that
Definitely,
goes.
definitely.
Um, Some people honestly had a problem with like because Oscar and Alexa Bliss were outside the ring. You know, they were on the side of Bianca, and Oscar was holding the women's championship, like holding the belt. Like some people was like, so that's what Oscar is now. Like she's a belt holder, and I don't look at it like that. I'm just like, are we reading too much into that? That just sounds real nitpicky to me.
IWC, baby. The IWC.
Yeah, real weird. All right, let's move on. From that, we get this is something to note because right now, I mean, I feel like Sami Zayn is probably having the best storyline in the whole Fed right now. Um, so Sammy and Solo, they pull up. They get Sammy has car service now. Sammy has car service. He's out there, bro.
He became honorary Oos, man, and got all the privileges right now.
Hey man, hey, clap it up for Sammy. Clap it up, man. This guy, he got a new T-shirt. He got car service now. Like, I mean, like he's fully into this, into being an honorary Oos now. Like he's there. And you know, Solo is in straight enforcer. He's a pit bull, dog.
Hey man, they doing the right thing with Solo. They making this motherfucker just beat everybody.
Yeah, Solo is really him. He's him. You know what I'm saying, for sure. So we pivot. You know, we get Ray versus Seth freaking Rollins.
Fire match. That was a fire match.
Pretty good match. Pretty good match. Beforehand, Ray gives like he does a passionate promo about Dominic again, not wanting to take the bait with hitting him with a chair. You know, Seth then follows up. He does a promo building up the fight pit bout with Matt Riddle at Extreme Rules. Some things to note in the match. Well, as the match was starting, when Ray was doing his entrance, Seth did a nice callback. He covered up his right eye.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool for him to call that back. In case you remember during the Thunderdome era, where Seth took that eye. He took that eye.
And then he tried to apologize, like I didn't mean to do that. And then Malachi started beating Buddy Murphy's ass.
Yeah, real good. I mean, one day we're gonna look back at the Thunderdome era and just be like, what the fuck? Like, wow.
That was wild. That was wild.
Just the things that they were able to accomplish, the things that they were able to put together during the era, like really interesting television for sure. The match again, then Ray chooses violence. Of course, Ray just went right up in the ring after seeing that eye thing is to start whooping Seth's ass.
Yeah, when you do the same goddamn thing, motherfucker.
I mean, you got to, dude. You got to pull in with the full smoke. Like I just lost my son. My son out here wilding. He's lost his way. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. I'm fed up. I'm at the bottom. Like he is at the bottom right now.
Ray went in there with old man, did you?
He went in there. Yeah, he got that old minister. You know, what? Sometimes you try to challenge your dad and shit. You be like, you like, yeah, I'm like 30 now, dad. I'll whoop your ass. You know. And then it's just something, man. Old man just got this Jordan gene in them, bro. They got this Jordan intellect where they just hulk up and then they can just whoop your ass. Like you 17 years old again.
Nigga be on some Bernard Hopkins energy, nigga, fuck you up in that bitch.
Right. Because and then when it comes to B-Hop, you would think you can knock him out the ring, but nah, it ain't. It's B-Hop. It's B-Hop before all that. It's not B-Hop that was flying out the ring with his legs in the air. But anyway, Dom ends up coming out with trying to distract Ray. He's got a chair
out there in his Olive Garden fit.
Yeah, dog. Lord, yo. Oh, you know what? Now that you say that shit. He do look like an Olive Garden waiter, bro.
I think like the manager, bro. Like
he look like a manager at a Red Lobster.
Boy, go run down the checkers and get us some big Bufords.
So he comes out.
Shout out to Branson Kanye, by the way. Shout out to Branson Kanye.
Oh my God. He comes out, man. He you know, he's taunting his father, and then Rhea interferes. And then that ends up giving Seth the opportunity to submit Ray with the MMA style submission. Honestly, I forgot the name of the damn.
That's how you know somebody with his ass beating the fight pit.
Yeah, he's really pushing it with.
He's about to get his ass beating the
like
fight.
he just like Seth. Seth is a different type of animal, bro. He a different type of. He's a pest, man. Seth is a fucking pest, and I love that, man. I really do. Seth to finish, and then you just finish that match, and you just like, yeah, dog. Like this fight pit ain't gonna be shit. Like, look at me, dog. I'm out here doing y'all moves. I'm doing MMA moves.
He about to get his ass whooped in that fight pit, man.
Yeah, he got to get Seth about to get his ass toe up. He about to get your ass whipped. But it's cool. It's cool.
It's cool, definitely.
So, I mean, I don't know if I really want to talk about this shit. I mean, sure. I mean, like the White Rabbit thing happens. We get a message who killed the world. It ends up getting data mined, revealing the opening verse of Aleister Black's theme.
That was weird.
That was very strange. I mean, because before people were like, oh wait, Aleister Black's coming back. Well, according to Tony Khan,
might not know, man.
According to Tony Khan, he's not coming back. So
I don't know, man. Tony Khan been lying like a motherfucker though, because he said 5 years. He said,
and Aleister Black called. I mean, not Aleister, Malachi called Cap, and they said, "I did not sign a 5-year deal." But
bitch got me fucked up. So I don't know, dog. I don't know, but hey, what we got next, man?
Next we had Johnny Gargano and KO. Damn, they done teamed up like twice this week. We had Johnny Gargano,
Panda Express.
Yeah, Panda Express. The Panda Express. If you don't know who the Panda Express is, tap into old PWG stuff. They actually never was like a tag team known as the Panda Express, but they did like an internet series of the Panda Express. It was pretty cool. Nice callback, and it was also recognized on Raw too. That they talked about the Panda. They brought the Panda Express. They went against the Alpha Academy. Alpha Academy did some funny shit. You know, they did the usual America xenophobia shit.
They did come out there with flags in Canada.
With American flags to get that heat. You know, you already know. They took it back to 1997 with that one. So they come out swaying American flags and all that, you know.
Give me swoosh.
And you know, and then we get, you know, really, really good pops for Johnny and KO. Really, really good pops there, especially for KO. KO gets the Him Award for sure for that night. You know, KO's just putting on the show for his people in Canada. As we know, he's from Canada.
He died lit that night.
Yeah, he died lit. Died lit for sure. Theory ended up interfering. He got washed by Johnny again.
I love Johnny's finisher, dog. That one fight.
Yo, that springboard DDT is pretty wild.
I love that shit because he really fuck you. He will really fuck someone up with that shit.
And Gable sells it really, really well.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking, would Johnny bring back the Dude Buster? But I guess so many people use that damn move because like that's one of Hangman's signatures too, if I'm not mistaken.
What I want to see Johnny do is that damn dart into the
the turnbuckle dart.
Yeah, I need to see that.
Yeah, shit. I think we're gonna get that back for sure. We're gonna definitely get that back at a later time when Johnny's in the feud. But so Johnny gets the pin and all that. We get into some goofy shit because you know everybody
continue to build that man up.
Yeah, definitely continue building up Gargano. Gargano, we already know just how much of a beast Gargano is. So for sure, we got to get some more of that. Theory gets packed up again. He gets packed up again, looking like a fool.
Five's the backwood.
That's pretty much Theory the last Ever since winning the briefcase. I think Theory has won 2 matches since winning the
Yeah,
briefcase.
yeah,
And it's been a minute.
it's been bad
So,
for him.
there's a certain curse over the Money in the Bank briefcase, and he is living up to that quite well right
I
now.
just need him to get a new finisher. I think once he get a new finisher, everything will be good.
Yeah,
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 trash.
for sure. Um, Getting into some goofy shit.
Yes,
Uh, Miz, 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 our friend the Miz.
Mike
I
Mizzani.
tell you, Miz is he is a treasure. He is definitely a treasure.
He is, man. Look, man. For so much, for all the slack Miz get, Miz is sports entertainment. Next to Andre Chase.
Absolutely. No,
Next to Andre
absolutely.
Chase.
Miz is sports fucking entertainment.
He
Andre
is the
Chase is
definition
sports
of sports
fucking
entertainment,
entertainment.
dog. He's the definition of that shit.
Absolutely. So, and I want to credit Mills for this one for sure. Because Miz was definitely on his Frieza shit. Uh, when it comes to some Dragon Ball Z shit, if you're not tapped into Dragon
Hold
Ball Z,
on, monkeys.
I don't know how you're not at this point in time, unless you're just not in the anime at all. But yeah, my man Miz was on some Freezer shit. He had his own Ginyu Force called the Miz Force. He pulled them together. They all look like they all just worked at a pizza shop. And this was his security force for the evening, trying to protect him from Dexter Loomis. And as the night went on, we just kept seeing like different, whenever we got a walk around with another talent like AJ Styles, for example, he would be walking around, then you'll see a member of the Biz Force laid out on the ground. So Loomis was packing them up all night.
Oh yeah, like a motherfucker. Like a motherfucker.
So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Just getting into that, Loomis ended up piling all the bodies on top of each other. And he was dressed up like a hockey mannequin, like like in the gift shop. And he ended up putting Miz in silence. And I mean, I really don't know where this is going, but it's goofy as hell and the shit's funny. So I'm just taking it as it comes.
I still think the Miz and him are gonna have a fight in that damn Dexter Loomis house with all the zombies and shit. I think that's what's gonna end up happening. And Ciampa gonna be involved in that shit too, because Ciampa is that nigga. So
It's going to be the most sports entertainment shit ever. Let's just say that. It's going to be some real sports entertainment. Little,
you know
like,
what's crazy? In the last one he had there with Carmelo Hayes, Mr. Sports Entertainment himself, Andre Chase was in that bitch too. So
oh wow, yeah, I could totally see this. Like on some, yeah, this it's going to be pretty good no matter what. I think it's going to generate a lot of good comedy, and everything. So we go from that almost. Mr. CDL himself pops up again with another squash match. I just like, what are we doing?
you already know they're building up to.
I mean, we know we know what they're building up to eventually, and that's almost in Braun Strowman. But I feel like
Titan, Adam Sure.
yeah, I feel like but I mean, when it comes to Braun is being handled pretty well right now.
Oh,
I mean, we will say the crowd loves Braun Strowman.
They love that goof. They love
I
that
mean,
goof.
honestly, I think at this point you kind of just need to put almost in some goofy shit.
Yeah, I agree.
I think putting him, he's been a heel ever since like he first part. Even when he was with AJ, he was a heel, and he now MVP, he's a heel. And I think we need to possibly maybe flip MVP, and we just or we need to just move almost by himself, just do some real goofy ass shit with him, dude. Like, because I think we need to tap into that a little bit more. Because just coming out there and beating up bartenders every week, at the same time, I just don't know.
DoorDash drivers.
Yeah, he's just out there whooping DoorDash drivers and bartenders every damn week. I think we need something more if we really building up to that. So, um, next, Finn and AJ again. This is week 2. Finn and AJ. Finn offers AJ membership into the Judgment Day. AJ brushes it off, and that's where we at. And we see a body of one of the Miz Force on the ground during that segment. Next. Oh, and then we have a big surprise return. Big surprise return. Clap it up, man. Miss Gargano herself, Candice LeRae returns.
Now hold on.
All right.
Hold
on.
Didn't they say she was going to AEW?
Yeah, whatever, motherfucker.
Didn't they say that shit though? Oh, she's AEW bound, no problem. She's cool with the Young Bucks, you know. The Young Bucks put her picture up and all of the other shit. Didn't they say that though, right?
Nigga's a liar. He's a fugazi. He just make it look good. He make it look better than what it is. That's all he.
I mean, that's all. They're liars. They're fugazis.
You
You know
know,
what I'm
they
saying?
put it
Like
out.
they
They
don't
put it
understand how some people play the long game. You know what I'm saying? They don't
They
understand.
put it out there, man. They like, no, she going back to she going
Now,
back. She going to AEW.
I will put something out. I will put something out there as of note. Something that came from Johnny Gargano himself. When he said during that downtime, did they feel offers from other promotions during the time? Yes, they did.
Of course.
They did. They filled it some promote. He said you would be crazy not to. But the end game was 100% WWE. And I mean, if Johnny popped up 3 weeks ago, it was only obvious that Candice was going to come at some point when she kind of felt she kind of could just kind of get that break from motherhood to go back to work again, which is also respectful because at the same token, if Candice would have said, no, I want to just continue, raising our son, you know what I'm saying, and daddy's gonna go out on the road, then more power to her. You know what I'm saying? But
then she looked at the landscape of AEW, said like, oh no, y'all got me fucked up.
I mean, come on. But again, it's good to see her back. It's great to see her back. I definitely popped. I definitely popped hard for her coming back. It was pretty cool to see her again. I'll tap into something that I think though about Candice return. However, storyline wise, and she faces Nikki Ash. So what are you feeling?
I mean, she hit her ass with the top rope honky tonk man move. So that was fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she tore her ass up. But
I
mean, when we talking about Nikki Ash though.
I mean, she hit her with the shake rattle roll up the top rope, man. It's fire, dog. So it's a good match. Like a good presentation for Candice LeRae. So to show that's what she's gonna do. So I fucked with it.
A very weird crowd. Very weird crowd.
I ain't understand that, dog. But I was shocked that she showed up. I didn't think she was gonna show up, but that also goes by what Triple H is on. Nigga, he plugging up all them holes in that bitch. Like, no, this shit is not leaking no more.
Yeah, I mean, he plugging them holes up. Plugging them up from who? Anyway, so Candice beats Nikki clean. Something to a note. Nikki breaks down at the end. I mean, it's like Nikki ASH is she's just over it. I mean, it's time to pack that goddamn cape up, man. It's over.
Yeah, she about to change her gimmick up, So
it's time, bro. It is time to pack that shit up, man. Pack that damn cape up.
Ass.
It's over. It's time for a gimmick change. Nikki ASH, I guess it gets over with the kids. I mean,
that's exactly what it is.
It's a kid. The kids get, but no, it's over. That shit's done. She cries at the end. We have a backstage segment. Happy belated birthday to Oscar, by the way. Shout out to Oscar. She has a backstage segment with Oscar, Bianca, and oh my god, Alexa Bliss, and then confronted by Damage Control.
Yeah.
So from that, we get a match set up for next week with Dakota Kai versus Candice LeRae.
Candice going over.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that. I can see it just ending with some fluff shit. However,
DQ shit, yeah. But I know everybody's over. Go ahead.
However, I'm gonna ask you this question: do you think Candice LeRae is going to stay on this babyface side?
No, she's going Damage Control for sure.
And that's kind of my thoughts too, because I'm like, when it comes to factions, you know what I'm saying? Like, Damage Control is already pretty cool. Like, they pretty good. They pretty good. But what way to only make them better by adding someone like Candice LeRae, where you basically got a full NXT team right there.
That's your War Games team right there.
And you know what I'm saying? You getting your War Games team right there, where you could just
And then, bro, we just figured it out right there. That's what add Candice LeRae over there, and
add Candice LeRae over to that side. And when it comes to Bianca, Asuka, and
return
Alexa,
Becky Lynch.
I don't know if Becky gonna be back by then though.
No, Becky's gonna be back.
Oh, so Beck's gonna be back?
She's gonna be back.
Or I'll throw something real mixing in there that just won't make no fucking sense at all. But I'm just gonna do it just because it's just ridiculous and stupid. Charlotte Flair.
I know you about to say Charlotte. Nah.
just cause. Out of nowhere. Just pop Charlotte Flair the fuck out, bring her back from vacation, and just, she just shows the fuck up.
I think it's gonna be Becky, bro. I don't think Becky injury I don't think Becky had an injury like that. It's gonna be.
But Bex, yeah, I mean, because she kind of basically had the same injury.
It's a story there anyway, because they injured her, quote unquote. So
yeah. I think it lines up that way. Mm-hmm. But my dark horse, my Trojan horse would be like Charlotte Flair, just to make motherfuckers mad.
I don't think Charlotte played fair with that shit anyway, man. Charlotte Flair, bro.
Yeah, she's Charlotte Flair. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no such thing as heel or babyface to Charlotte anymore. She's just gonna be a tweener forever. So like that's just what it is. We hop into a banger, one of the bangers of the week. We get into AJ Styles versus Sami with Solo Sikoa.
People forget how good of a fucking wrestler Sami is, man. Don't forget about it.
Listen, people forget about how good of a wrestler Sami is. They also forget that AJ Styles is 45 years old and moves like he's 22.
That's my top wrestler in the world right now.
I mean, I just I'm absolutely amazed by just how fluid AJ, like when it comes down to like middle-aged or people in their 40s that just move around. When it's AJ Styles and Finn, it just blows my fucking mind. Like Finn is 41, I believe, and it's just it's really crazy just how in shape these guys are. But we get us a really, really good 50-50 match, really good spots, a lot of good chemistry between them two. I mean, who can AJ Styles not put a banger on with?
Put a banger on Jinder Mahal, bro.
I mean, we one day I'm gonna put this out there right now. One day we're gonna get AJ Styles on here, and he's just gonna name off every single person. We just gonna say banger after every single one. After every single one, we just gonna be like banger, banger, banger. After every single one, man. AJ Styles, man, he just does it all, man. He was a Hall of Famer in his second year in WWE. So I mean, it just is what it is when it comes to that. Sami wins with interference from Solo Sikoa. Mm-hmm. And then we get into the new feud that's brewing between Finn with Finn and the Judgment Day coming out afterwards, and Finn saying, "Hey, are you ready to join, bro? Are you ready for the initiation?"
Get Finn with this right here.
And yep. And that's exactly what the response was from AJ Styles. AJ Styles gives Finn the Finn. Finn throws up the too sweet. AJ Styles responds with the middle finger, and
see if he get his ass beat.
They whooped AJ's ass. However, something to note, something different. They did kind of have AJ in this guillotine type hold and with the chair, and Finn spared him. Finn spares AJ, something that he has not done with Rey Mysterio or who we're about to bring up in a second. The returning Edge. Actually, that did not happen in this match. What happens in the next match we're going to be talking about.
Yeah. Damian Priest versus Matt Riddle.
Really, really good. Actually, really solid match. Very good match. I mean, a banger. Like Damian Priest and Matt Riddle have
They
really,
have
really
great
good
chemistry.
and we're not trying
They
to
have
poke
amazing
any
chemistry.
jokes.
Inside the ring, outside the ring.
We are not trying to be funny when we say that.
Freak Bulls.
Yeah. They just they have really, really great chemistry on the Freak Bull side and inside the ring.
Dang, bro.
Riddle pulls off the win, a much needed win. A very, very much needed win for Riddle, because Riddle has been getting his ass toe up like the last month. Ever since Clash, really. He's been getting tore the hell up. So Riddle wins clean, then he gets jumped. Jumped by the Judgment Day. Like, what do you think about the Judgment Day right now?
Top Heel faction on Raw. They have been rehabbed to one of the best. They've been rehabbed really good. You know, they've been doing great. Once they got rid of Edge and they turned over with, with Hunter, with Paul handling everything, they've been rehabbed really fucking well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people are being kind of some folk. They kind of being like real obtuse with the Judgment Day. You have to understand the Judgment Day is a heel faction.
Yep.
A heel faction is not always going to look dominant.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They're not always going to win. Sometimes they play the long game. Sometimes they do shit after the match. They beat the hell out of
playing the
somebody.
long game, you know.
Yeah, they've been playing the long game.
They've
Like
been booked pretty fucking strong.
Yeah, they've been booked pretty strongly as of late. I mean, yes, the Dominic addition is a little questionable for some.
I'm not even going to questionable. That man has heat right now.
I mean, that means it's working.
Shit out of him.
I mean, if you know how heat works, you know what I'm saying? People are like, yo, he's whack, he's this, he's that. Like, that's generating heat. That's heat that you have, and that's exactly what they want. They want you to if you don't think creative doesn't know that you guys hate Dominic Mysterio, then I'm telling you, you're crazy. Even when Dominic was in the ring, I'm not mistaken. Like, weren't they just screaming, "Dom, you suck! Dom, you suck!"
No, he has.
It's working.
Bro. He has heat. He has heat, dog. He has heat.
So, I think the Judgment. I think they're really catching a good stride in terms of like really, really being a heel group. I think that a lot of it right now is making sense. I was kind of bothered at Clash a little bit, like because Finn ate the pin by Ray at Clash, but I'm just like, afterwards, what happens? Storyline stuff. Like, you get over it quick. Like, Dominic joined Judgment Day right then and there. So, I think they're on a really good stride. Edge comes out again. He returns.
He ran up like
dog. He came out there full speed Edge, like we've seen many times before.
Shit out of Finn too.
Sent Finn to the Shadow Realm, and we now have another new stipulation, another match formed from that. At Extreme Rules, we're going to be having an I Quit match with Finn versus Edge. I believe, if this the first I Quit match for Edge?
Probably so. This is actually the first match for Finn and Edge too.
It is. Actually, it is crazy.
This is a really big match, and I'm hearing that it might be the main event. And and I can see it being the main event because of what I'm thinking is going to happen is.
Oh yeah.
I think Bray's going to show up, and we're going to have Bray versus Judgment Day. And we might be getting Finn Balor back if it's if it's Finn versus Bray.
I mean, hey,
but they're saying Finn is going to be one of the top motherfuckers in the company.
Which I do see happening. I just feel like you need to keep Finn heel a little longer.
They booked him strong. They booked him.
I just think he needs to be heel longer though. Yeah. I think he's finally grasping.
I mean, this is his best thing. In WWE. This kind of reminded me of the Finn that was the leader of Bullet Club.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. Yeah, for sure. I definitely see that.
I mean, he might. I mean, I don't know, man. He might get Carl
Because
Anderson.
like what you were just a second ago, to pivot when it comes to Extreme Rules, when it comes to this White Rabbit thing, they're pretty much saying at this point that the White Rabbit is going to be revealed at Extreme Rules. So if it happens at Extreme Rules, then what better match to do it than in this one? I mean, I just think it kind of makes sense.
The spooky shit versus the spooky shit.
Spooky shit, and this is what they do with Bray Wyatt, and then he comes back, and then he gives us 2-star worthy matches after that. So so that was Raw. That was Raw on the air. After after Raw went off the air, we get we get the smoke again. Matt Riddle and Seth.
Where the fuck did Seth come from, dog? Seth just came out of nowhere.
Actually, he came. Actually, didn't he come into that, like, interfere in that match?
No, he didn't even interfere in the match. He wasn't involved in that match. He just popped out.
Maybe last week I'm thinking about. I don't know. But Seth comes and beats him, and Riddle just start throwing smoke.
Put them in the fuck. They have to be in the fight pit. Put them motherfuckers in the fight pit.
Yeah, it's a fight pit got it. Yeah, I'm ready.
It has to happen, man.
Like this is just too much.
We need a fight pit at this point, man.
Yeah.
Hey man, and fuck it. Nigga, Timothy Thatcher as the referee. Fuck it, why not?
We're gonna go find Timothy Thatcher working at Starbucks.
All right, man. No, he's in the pro wrestling Noah, but I think he's
he's in Noah right now.
I think he's coming back, bro. I think
I wouldn't be surprised if Timothy. I mean, we need guys. They that's what's missing in NXT. Like, you missing guys with like Timothy Thatcher and Oni Lorcan.
Look, Thatcher, dog. Thatcher don't have no social media. He has a basic flip phone. That's all he has, dog.
Yo, Thatcher is living in 99, bro. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Thatcher like lives in Oregon right now, like in a fucking shed somewhere.
I appreciate that type of shit. His personal life is private, all that shit, man.
And then H just hits him up on the satellite phone, and then he just like, yo, you want to come back to work?
Hey kid, you want to come back to NXT? Go on, man, we need you.
Yeah, and then he just catches a Greyhound to like the next whatever, catch the Greyhound to Orlando. I can totally see something like that, but who knows, man? Who knows what the plans are, man? But I mean, after all, I'm with all the shit, man. I'm with it. I'm loving it right now. So now we're gonna pivot into the call up with NXT. I was about to say 2.0. I have no idea, because honestly, the thing is throwing me off right now, because we got this new NXT white and gold logo, but we still got 2.0 paint splashes everywhere. So I don't know where we. I'm guessing this is another taped NXT this week.
Yeah, just read the results. That's all.
Yeah, we just gonna blow through it. Ilya Dragunov opened the show, of course. That was pretty cool. We had Mandy Rose versus Fallon Henley. That was a pretty good match. Mandy wins.
Mandy got a lot better.
Yeah, Mandy's definitely got a lot better. She hits her with the rose trigger. That's right. I'm calling it the rose trigger, even though it's a kiss from a rose. V trigger. She got a better V trigger than Kenny Omega. I don't give a fuck. Suck my ass. Mandy wins. We got building up with a 3-woman tag with Alba Fire teaming up possibly with Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark against Toxic Attraction. Apollo Crews. I'm just tired. This shit's like, I'm done.
Apollo Cage.
I whatever, man. Whatever the fuck that shit is. Dragunov cooked the fuck out of Zion Quinn. That was another great CDL moment for Zion Quinn. That was just awesome. Wes Lee versus Tony D. This was a very strange.
Tony D got hurt in that match.
Tony D got hurt. I don't know if it's kayfabe hurt or if he's.
It's real.
Yeah, I'm guessing he probably must really been hurt, and they just playing into it and everything. But Wes Lee, kind of, it seems storyline driven a little bit. Wesley kind of shaking up, just playing into his part on that. Sol Ruka debut versus Amari Miller. That was a pretty good.
Give me Sol Ruka versus Tiffany Stratton. That's gonna be a good
for
match.
Sure, man. Give me some athletic shit, man. Give me all that shit. Like I don't, not no Nikita Lyons shit. Give me some Sol Ruka versus Tiffany Stratton. Cam Grimes, Joe Gacy. It's time for Cam Grimes to get called up. Like y'all killing my boy.
He's done everything he could down there. Just call him
I
up.
think it's done. It's done. Let's call him up, man. Let's get him up there. Dyad interferes. Gacy wins. Yeah, whatever.
Look, man, I need Bray Wyatt to come down there and just scream at Joe Gacy like, nigga, you took my whole fucking flow.
You took my whole fucking flow.
I need him to come down there and do that shit because I'm tired of that shit, bro.
Yeah, that's one thing I can say Bray can do. Like, please go down there and put Joe Gacy in a pack. Pack him up. But, the Joe Gacy and the Dyad, I'm sorry.
Adam,
Garbage.
What did that start with for you, Terrell?
Garbage.
Yeah, I'm tired. Anyway, and then we get into actually get a pretty good match on Nikita Lyons this week. She beats Kaden Carter. Nikita won clean. Damon Kemp versus Brutus
That was a good match.
Creed.
That was a good match.
I mean, was it a match?
I mean, Damon Kemp, man, look, Damon Kemp sound like one of them kids that scream about their pizza rolls.
I mean, for
What the fuck
sure.
is pizza rolls? That's what that shit was.
And he packed up Brutus Creed quick. He
Here's
with
the
the
crazy
chair.
part. Here's the crazy part. I think Gable Stevenson is going to show up.
You know what?
I think that's what's going to end up happening.
I wouldn't put that out. I would not put that out. I would not say that's not a crazy situation that could happen. I think so. Because Gable Stevenson, we literally haven't seen. I mean, last time I remember, they were talking about he's probably going back to school.
I mean, that's his fucking brother. So, like,
I mean, that's his brother,
his brother,
real life. But
the Creed brothers versus Stevenson
the
brothers.
Creed brothers are actual brothers, and
Okay,
Damon
why
Kemp
not?
and Gable, they're actual brothers. Why not? But I think also they probably ended it really because they really know that the real. I mean, and I'm not putting down Brutus by any means. Like I like
Julius Creed, that nigga.
but Julius Creed and Damon Kemp, they really trying to give us
He's
that.
that guy. He's that guy.
Julius
He
Creed
that guy.
is really the one. Like he's that guy.
But
so
no,
I think they're
like
trying
Damon,
to save that.
But I do like Damon Kemp though. I do like
Damon Kemp. That's real wrestling right there, brother.
Yeah,
real wrestling.
I do like Damon.
You know what I'm saying? So I think they're saving us up for that.
He got a Bruce that.
Yeah, he whooped his ass with that chair. And something else to note: Ilya Dragunov beat Zion Quinn, of course. Yeah, CDL.
Zion Quinn about to interview with Quincy Elliott. So
it seems so. It seems so because Quincy Elliott even cooked them. So I mean, they're cooking Zion Quinn with grease, baby.
Congratulations.
With grease.
Congratulations.
Chase U segment, really funny. Shoots on Dave Meltzer. Chase U, Andre Chase
Sports
is sports
entertainment.
entertainment.
Sports entertainment, dog.
Yeah, sports entertainment. Fuck with it.
And he has a match with my nigga Tuesday next week, Von Wagner. I'm looking forward to that shit.
Yes, we got sports entertainment versus King Von next week on.
That's the next NXT champion, man. Von Wagner.
Von Wagner, NXT champion.
They gonna put the belt on him.
Oh God!
They gonna put the belt on him, dog. They gonna put the belt
King
on
Von. Oh my God!
My nigga Tuesday. They putting the belt on Tuesday.
Come Tuesday. Oh,
they putting the belt on.
We gon' we'll see. We will see.
Is either Wesley or Von Wagner?
I think Wesley gonna win the NA title for sure. He's gonna win that NA title.
He do deserve it though. He went through a lot of
boys. Honestly between my choice for NA title is either gonna be Von Wagner or Wesley. That's gonna be my top two for that. Yeah. Chase U segment again. Andre Chase shoots on Dave. In the segment tells him to shut the fuck up, and that was pretty cool. Main event. Pub rules. I mean, I was really kind of tapped out by this time.
Yeah, I fell asleep.
But Gallus is on some soccer hooliganism type shit.
Yeah, whatever. So, I like what they're doing with Gallus though. They just fighting everybody.
They just fighting everybody, and you know.
Hey, look, was Joe Coffey that short this whole time?
Joe Coffey's like 5'4".
I didn't know he was that fucking short.
Yeah, Joe Coffey is short, man. Like he's like Gresham short. Yeah. Like he's like
The
Gresham
Napoleon
short.
complex.
Yeah. Like, yeah, Joe Coffey's like really short. But Gallus gets arrested afterwards and then they get indefinitely suspended.
Treat him like they were Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, they get arrested at the end of the show, and that was NXT this week. So moving on, we got AEW Dynamite in Philadelphia. Good old Dynamite this week. Yeah. Actually, I have some positive things to say about Dynamite this week, I think.
Damn sure when they open the segment. Damn sure when they open the segment.
Damn sure was not the opening segment at all whatsoever. This shit is like really ridiculous. Okay, we start off with Jericho Society appreciation, like whatever bullshit. Everybody comes out in the most swaggerless outfits I've ever seen in my life. Just swagger. Everybody got on velvet fucking
This
suit,
monkey
purple
swaggerless.
suit, just swaggerless as hell.
Swaggerless ass shit,
And it
man.
comes out that the idea was Jake Hagler's idea. Like, why would we be taking any fashion advice from Jack Swagger? I don't know, but anyway. Danny Garcia kind of sing.
This was the same motherfucker who was wrestling Versace draws, dog. Fuck him, man.
Yeah, like come on, dog. Danny Garcia, he kind of seemed off. I think we're leading into this unification with these two titles no one gives a flying fuck about. The ROH Pure and the ROH World Championship that Jericho's now the Ocho. Another way of putting himself over.
Yep.
So Danny Garcia, I mean, he seems off. He's just like, yeah, I'm. They do the whole "Are you a sports entertainer or are you a pro wrestler" thing. Bullshit. I mean, because he calls Danny Garcia a sports entertainer. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'm guessing that this is leading into Danny Garcia getting.
They all want to be Andre Chase, dog. That's all they want to be.
Yeah, he's getting trying to lead into getting ROH, and I guess possibly maybe being the face of ROH whenever they have a TV deal in 2041. Yeah, I really don't know what the fuck this is. Brian Danielson then comes out. So then I'm thinking maybe this segment is going to get better. Maybe. And this turns into Brian Danielson saying, "Hey, maybe you should join the BCC." To Danny Garcia, which is something I always felt he should have been in anyway, instead of Wheeler Yuta. But yeah. He's like it turned into some recruiting thing, and then Danny's grabs the mic and tries to play with the crowd and all this shit, and then somehow, some way, this turns into a match with what you think would be Brian Danielson and Danny Garcia versus Jericho and one of these motherfuckers, but it ends up giving us Brian Danielson versus Matt Menard.
As SRS will call him the
Who
next
are these
Macho
niggas?
Man, the next Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh my god.
Production, first of all, they botched the finish of this match because they ended up playing Danielson's music before the match even started. I mean, it was obvious that he was going to be going over, but I'm just like, okay, yeah, whatever. Then they have a match, whatever the hell this is. Claudio, I guess he has his new job as janitor now of the BCC. He comes out. He grabs. I can't remember the other. What's my man's name? Who's with Menard?
I don't know. Fuck him.
Yeah, whatever. he comes out. He picks him up. He takes him to the back. I mean, yeah, whatever. Danielson wins via submission. Yeah, well, let's move the fuck on. Like, I don't know what the fuck this was. MJF. Okay, well, this starts off with Wheeler Yuta. Wheeler Yuta actually had a good week. I will give you that. He had a good week.
He like an accountant, dog. He like my accountant.
And he was at home. He was at home. He was in his hometown Philly. Hometown Philly playing up to the crowd. Why is everyone yelling this week? Like everyone is so loud. Just like, why are y'all yelling? Like Wheeler Yuta comes out, he's screaming, he's yelling. I get it. He's home, everything like that. Kind of had a he was in defense of Tony Schiavone because MJF slapped shit out of him last week. Someone in the crowd, and even though Philly's his hometown, someone still said, "Wheeler, you suck." In the crowd. Something else I noticed.
I mean, he does.
I'm trying to give him some credit this week. Like I'm trying. I mean, MJF comes out. What do we get? The same low hanging MJF promo. Your city sucks. I'm wearing the opposing rival team jersey.
Yeah.
Tony is fat. The crowd's fat.
Yeah.
Insulting Wheeler.
Yeah.
Wheeler pulls up. Then we get the Ass Boys. Pop. Ass Boys. Everybody loves Ass Boys right now. Too. Ass Boys comes out. MJF, for some reason, has the Ass Boys do his signature line. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. I really want this. Oh, MJF says he's going up to the skybox to watch the next match. Juice Robinson broke the forbidden door. He broke the forbidden door this weekend. No one gave a flying fuck. Came out silence, nigga. Came out to silence. Like silence. Like it's silence. Like that's exactly what Juice Robinson came out to. No one. I mean, I give it to the production team for like giving us like a very small history on Juice Robinson and John Moxley. You know, when they were doing their thing in New Japan for the United States title. I think that was during like shutdown times, if I'm not mistaken. When was Moxley like, because he couldn't go defend it in Japan because they were like closed off. So they talked about that. It was pretty he came out to nothing. Moxley just Moxley bleeds in this match. There's no heat in this match. Like, why are you bleeding? Like, Mox, why are you bleeding every week? Why?
Lord knows.
No heat in this match. They just don't give a flying fuck. Mox wins via submission very quickly. Then we get Hangman. Hangman Adam Page, the winner of the Golden Ticket, comes out face to face with Mox.
No heat in that either. It's just
no heat in that at all. And it's probably no heat because of just how this title has been just moving around within like within a month. So it's just like whatever. Like, I mean, and I like Hangman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Hangman Page. Like, I think Hangman Page is one of the best performers they have over there.
Yeah.
And I feel like they've done him pretty dirty over there. I think if you put Hangman in any other promotion, like, he's the man, but whatever. Anyway, Wheeler Yuta pulls up on MJF in the skybox. That was pretty funny.
Beat his ass, yeah.
Yeah, he whooped his ass, threw him over the couch. Then security, you know. So moving on. I'm gonna let you take this one. Yep.
Are we talking about Saraya?
Yeah. I'm gonna let you start off.
No, starting off first. She had a tweet said she was gonna explain everything, why she's there, blah blah blah. She didn't explain shit. She didn't explain a fucking thing. She just showed up. She called out all these women out to the ring, talking about it's gonna be a women's revolution, blah blah blah. Then here comes Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, with her crew.
You're lying.
Now, where the fuck did Penelope Ford come from? I don't know. Maybe it came from Dark. I don't know. I don't watch Dark. But
Willow Nightingale too.
Willow Nightingale came out with not Britt Baker, Paige. They all talked. Britt Baker hit for long hanging fruit about Paige's neck, and then Paige hit around with Britt shit, blah blah blah.
I mean, like that was like
it
ass.
was just.
That was.
Then they said they having a lumberjack match that didn't really even result in a lumberjack match between Tony Storm and
Professor
Serena Deeb, and Tony Storm went over. But my thing is about all this shit is just what the fuck was that?
Can I interject?
Go ahead.
I'm not trying to be dramatic or anything. Let's see. This is probably the worst segment I've ever seen like all year. Like this is like
it was worse than fucking Marina Shafir's promo.
It actually was. This was actually worse than Marina Shafir's promo. Like this actually at least like we got something funny from Marina Shafir's promo. Like the that. And oh my god, you gotta listen to Cornette like talk about that shit. That shit is like funny as hell. Because they play it live and then they like laughing over through it, and they're not laughing like trying to like insult her specifically. It just how bad it is. But I'm gonna tell you some things that's wrong with this shit. Okay, first, the women's division at this company does not need a revolution. It needs an insurrection. It needs a fucking it. It's not. That's not what people are asking for. They're asking for better storylines. We're asking for better performance, better everything from this women's division. That's one. Like it's not a revolution. And the thing, and this is here again, you doing some WWE shit. You trying to copy and paste WWE shit because again, like we know Soraya, aka Paige, she was, pretty much like spearheading the women's revolution in WWE at the time. I guess the start. I mean, she was still like Divas champion or something. Like this is before the women's championship came back into fruition again. But it was really actually spearheaded by Stephanie McMahon. But whatever. Like that's not what we're asking for. Better quality here. Okay, well, this is what we're asking for. Then the other problem, does Tony Storm, do you want this or not? Do you truly want this shit or do you not? Like what is the problem? Like what are we doing? Like what the fuck? Like Soraya says, yeah, Tony Storm just throws up, high. Like you're the women's champion. You're the women's champion. You're the same person that was complaining about getting pie thrown in your goddamn face and before you left WWE. Now you over here, now you got what you want, and you just acting so fucking modest with this shit. Like you're the women's champion. Like you so like stand the fuck up. Stand up.
That's it. And it's just one thing we did miss out on that. There's a couple things. Number one, where the fuck was Jade Cargill?
I mean, and that was my other thing. Like, okay, we're talking about bring out all these women, right? You don't bring out the undefeated woman that's really like, I mean, when you put AEW out there into the public spotlight, you put a women's champion out there. I don't see Britt Baker. I usually see Jade Cargill. Again, it goes back to my question to you last week. Why does Jade Cargill work on Wednesdays? She's undefeated.
Yep.
She's your woman's Goldberg.
Yep.
She's fucking beautiful.
Yep.
I mean, I want to see her getting better positions and getting in better feuds and to just get for her to get better in the ring. Why is she not out there?
Also, another big thing too is this kind of like irritated me. Why the fuck are Paige throwing shots at WWE?
I mean, talking about I got a boss now that listens to me. Like
And then she
Paige,
made
come
a
on
tweet
now.
trying to explain this shit. It's just like get the fuck.
And then let me tell you what happens. What happened on like social media? People start pulling receipts. They start pulling receipts. You gonna sit here and talk about a boss that finally listens to you to try to throw shade at your previous boss that was paying you while you couldn't do a goddamn thing. Anyway, yeah, this was dog shit. It was absolute dog shit. Like the
Terrible
match
promo.
lumberjack, then this changes to a fucking lumberjack match. Ain't no lumberjack shit even happened. You went out the ring like one time, and hey, I think what Jamie Hayter got chased out. I believe
It was just
she
fucking
got
terrible.
chased. She got chased out, and like whatever, man. That match was dog shit.
Fucking terrible.
I'm tired. Like, I really want better for the women over there. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. Moving on. A real good bright spot. Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks looks strong. Looks strong. Comes out, does a quick squash of Eli Isom. That was pretty good. Ricky Stark.
It was needed.
Yeah, definitely needed. Coming off that win from Powerhouse Hobbs at a grand rampage, whatever the hell that was. Yeah, real good for Ricky Starks. I can't wait till he shows up with his PC shirt on. Like, I really can't wait. The main event. A match I absolutely enjoyed, actually. Bandito versus Chris Jericho for the ROH World Championship.
I missed that one, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and explain that one.
Whew, I mean, Bandito, he pretty much carried Jericho throughout this match. Some really good spots. I mean, of course, he had to carry Jericho because I mean that's what you kind of got to do these days. He really good spot. One spot to note. He did a vertical suplex where he pretty much held Jericho in the air for a minute. So that shit was pretty dope. Really dope. I mean, he put on a hell of a show. I mean, he put on a match that was pretty much better than Andrade's whole run in AEW. Great spots again. Jericho, he did a nice spot where he hit a cold. Was that a cold breaker from the top rope? Where he caught Bandito. Yeah, that was pretty nuts, pretty gnarly. But Bandito kind of got hurt. I think he might have broken his nose because you saw blood like on his mask.
Oh shit.
Good news from that, Bandito has been offered an AEW full-time contract. So I don't know if he accepted that offer, but and just a little bit of history for Bandito. He is a former ROH World Champion who actually never lost the title, but I guess so that was the match to compete for it and whatnot. But Jericho wins that match, and he doesn't do any of the Ring of Honor stuff. He does not do the Code of Honor or any of that shit. Puts himself over again. The Ring of Jericho.
Of course, because it's Chris fucking Jericho. Of course,
It's Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
I'm just So next week, then we get a setup for ROH World Championship match set up for AEW Dynamite 10. I'm sorry, I was about to say 10-12, October 12th, versus Bryan Danielson. I don't even know where this even came from. Again, ranking, whatever. Shouldn't Bryan Danielson be competing for the AEW championship instead? But I mean, whatever. What about Claudio? Isn't he the one that just lost the belt? When does he get a rematch? Whatever. Yeah. That was I'm about to call the show ROH. That was AEW Dynamite this week. That was Dynamite. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, what a show. And you know what? I'll get to that later. SmackDown, Winnipeg tonight.
But you break that down, 'cause I definitely missed that shit.
Yeah, you missed the show because you was handling your other business. You know what I'm saying? So I had to hold down the fort on that, and it's all good. It's all good because it was pretty. I would say it was a solid SmackDown show. Yeah, it was solid. It was just, I don't know. Maybe it was just one of those weeks. It was just like whatever. Because this is what happens when Roman's not there. Roman's not there. We just came off a week where Roman was there. You know what I'm saying? He was just there and he was just out there for a 20-minute segment. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't there this week, so of course you kind of just see his presence is just not here.
He earned it.
He earned it for sure. I mean, if that doesn't tell you Roman's the biggest wrestler in the world right now, I just don't know what to tell you. Starts off, we get the tag match: Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa versus Ricochet and Madcap Moss. Pretty good match. Madcap, he comes out to a library reaction. Very silent. I feel like they probably should have had Madcap come out before Ricochet. Maybe that would help. Madcap needs new music. He needs a new name. The Madcap Moss name, it's just stupid. It sucks. But whatever.
You go by Riddick. Go by his real name, Riddick Moss. Fuck it.
It will, wouldn't it? Riddick, or maybe you just say Riddick. Just Riddick. Riddick. I think Riddick works. I don't need the Moss.
They probably trying to figure him out for real.
Yeah, and new ring gear too, God, because the man can go in the ring. Like, he can go. He had a real good match. Ricochet was going full video game Ricochet out there. Really, really good spots there. Madcap was beating the dog shit out of Sami. Blue Thunder Bomb over forever. Has anybody actually gotten pinned by the Blue Thunder Bomb?
Nope.
I mean, and that's crazy because it's just so fucking over. Probably because it's just so clean of a move.
Just like nobody got pinned, nobody went over by the Deep Six.
Yeah, nobody ever. Yeah, Deep Six has never pinned anybody either.
That's a fire ass fucking move, though.
That is a very, very fire move. Like, it's really like a crazy sidewalk slam. Really, when you think about it.
Man, I love the Deep Six, man. I fucking love it.
Deep Six is a real, and it's just Corbin does it so eloquently. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a real nice signature move.
I love Deep Six. That could be a finisher, man. Like, for real.
Yeah, I mean, but he was pinning people with End of Days until Drew.
Yeah.
I mean, End of Days was like,
hey man, look, Corbin has such a unique ass moveset that nobody talks about.
It's just the thing with Corbin. I feel like Corbin should just kind of like get put in a tag team. Like, I think he should just be in a tag team. Like,
it's crazy.
He gets the heat. He gets the heat that you need.
You know what's crazy? The only title he had was the United States Championship. He hasn't had anything else.
So he hasn't won anything else but the U.S. Championship.
Championship. And that man has been a great.
He's never been a tag champion.
Never been tag champion. Been a great.
That's where I feel like he should be in the tag team. Like, put him with somebody like Bobby Roode. Like, Bobby comes back.
Bobby on injury right now. So that's why
Bobby just had surgery. Yeah, but like, if you bring back Bobby Roode, like I like to see like him with like Corbin, like that would pretty dope. Sami and Solo win, and they beat shot Madcap at the end. Solo was looking really, really good. Solo actually got the pin. He pinned Madcap at the end. Jey Uso still on his King Hater shit. He's tired of Sami shit, man. He's just like, Sami pulls up to the locker room. Jay says, like, I really don't like how you around my family right now. I feel like I can't. I feel like you up to some shit. Like, I'm not feeling you, bro. I'm not feeling. I'm keep like you probably DVR'd this shit. I'm gonna have you like, you're going to go back and like
Hey
look at
man,
the shit.
Jay Uso's a thespian right now,
Hey,
dog.
yo, Jay Uso is putting on his best Shakespearean performance ever, man. Jay Uso is really Jay Uso is showing me something, man. For real. Like, I saw something when him and Roman was, back in the Thunderdome era, but I'm really, really seeing something right now with Jay Uso. Then we get to Karrion Cross promo, sending shots at Drew. He wants to send Drew to the hospital at Extreme Rules. As you know, we have a strap match with Drew. Some really good things he said in his promo. He was saying like, I want to get the undisputed title. I want to get the undisputed Universal Championship, but you gotta actually beat somebody first. Like, you got to have a statement win. I thought that was pretty cool for him to say that. So he's just like, and you're that guy. You're that guy. So I think that was pretty cool. Like that Karrion Cross said that. Then we get into Drew McIntyre versus Austin Theory. Austin Theory is doing a promo where he's just like talking hella shit and he's talking crazy. Then he's just like, yeah, Drew lost at Clash. He's lost his way. He's garbage now. He's trash. He's talking all this shit. And Drew McIntyre just puts his hand on his shoulder and he says, meet me in the ring right now. I mean, like, literally, that's just how it went, bro. Like, he was like, he didn't say there was no exchange of words. Drew said, meet me in the ring now. They go out to the ring. Match is set. Drew McIntyre versus Austin Theory. Austin Theory, however, pulls up with Alpha Academy. Ends in a DQ, interference by Otis on the outside of the ring. Gargano, music pops, Rebel Heart, and then he comes out, and then he started, it's a numbers game at that point. They're getting beat up, and then Kevin Owens, music pops. He comes out to a nuclear pop, and then next thing you know, they're fighting, everything. They get the upper hand. Then we get us a six-man tag match. I mean, not 6-man, I'm sorry. No, it is 6-man. 6-man tag match set for the main event.
Right.
Some other things to of note. LA Knight. I'm sorry, Max Dupree. Oh, I'll get to that in a second. Max Dupree, he is absolutely fed the fuck up with Maximum Male Models. He is just tired. He's tired of the shit. He's tired. So Maximum Male Models, they are trying to they're trying to break the Canadian record for the longest pose in the back, in backstage. Max Dupree walks up and just like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, what are we doing? It's like, he's thinking that, hey, we going to get better this week. We're going to win us a match or whatever. He's just like, okay, whatever. All right. Moving on. Next match. Los Lotharios versus Hit Row. Hit Row comes out again with absolutely awful fits. Again, I swear, like, at this point, I mean, just drop them off at like Stadium Goods or like at Flight Club and just leave them. Just leave them there.
Would you trust them? Would you trust them to be in Fight Club and everything? That's the real question. Would you trust them in there?
I mean, I would. The thing is like, I mean, I feel like you can come walk out with more stuff at Flight Club or at Stadium Goods than you would at like a Jimmy Jazz, which is how they dress right now. Like, that's these fits, man. It's just I can't, man. This shit is hurting my eyes, man. I want to change the channel.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like, my hands be hovering over the channel buttons when they on the screen. I'm trying not to hate, like, because I like Hit Row. I like what they do in the ring. But anyway, Hit Row wins. Really good match. Adonis and Top Dollar, they really, again, solid match. Next, Ronda Rousey. Oh, this was a pretty good thing that we had tonight. Ronda Rousey versus Natalya. Before that, Ronda has a nice little promo where she says, I don't need weapons in the Extreme Rules match. Like, I'm a weapon by myself.
Real shit.
So which is true. She wins this via submission versus Natalya. No surprise there. Liv comes out with a baseball bat, and they get into a full length scrap with that. The baseball bat, honestly, is kind of like useless at this point. You know, Liv, your time is almost up. Okay, it's time. But I mean, they gave him a pretty heater segment. They just got into a full scrap. We had a bunch of security out there. You know, a lot of Jamie Noble, Shane Helms action breaking up the fight. I'm not sure if they were actually out there, but a lot of security. Ronda looking like a badass. Per usual. She hit the Piper's Pit on Liv on the outside of the ring. That was pretty cool.
Just put her with Shayna and get it over with.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah. That was not the only scrap tonight. Well, shit, this really wasn't a scrap. This was a beatdown. Imperium. They come out. I don't know where Butchie and Ridge were this week. Because Sheamus was a man without a country. He was by himself this week. So
wow.
Yeah. He comes out. Imperium first comes out. They have a promo. Sheamus comes out, and Sheamus, he starts. Is the match next week a Donnybrook match?
No, they haven't Intercontinental title next week. And then
I know it's that, but it's not. It's no stipulation. Oh, the Donnybrook is at Extreme Rules, if I'm not mistaken. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, they just got a regular Intercontinental title match next week. So this is building up to that. Imperium and Gunther beat the dog shit out of Sheamus tonight. They beat his ass. They whooped his ass. Sheamus had on regular street clothes, his regular
so they came out there in their wrestling fits and beat his ass.
Yeah. They beat dog shit out of Sheamus. Gunther big booted his ass in the corner.
All I need to know was Gunther yelling at that nigga in German, dog.
Yeah. Oh, and Giovanni and Kaiser was holding Sheamus in the corner, and I mean Gunther was slapping the shit out of his open chest. And I mean, when at the end of this beatdown, he also caught a power bomb, and at the end of this beatdown, Sheamus was flat face on the mat, not on his back. He was on like flat face because they hit him with the Donnybrook. So he was just flat on his face at the end of that. He beat dog shit out of him.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm loving it. This is probably my second favorite storyline right now in WWE. For sure. I mean, if Sami is 1A, this is 1B.
Yeah.
After that, we get a really, really good match. Bayley versus Shotzi.
Shotzi looked better in the ring.
Yeah, she did. Her and Bayley. I think Bayley was kind of like taking the lead. She was taking the lead. Shotzi was out there looking really, really well.
Maybe Shotzi went to natty training finally.
Maybe she did. I'm not sure because I mean I know she was catching some slack on that beforehand. But yeah, she came. Also, the TCB tank is back.
Good.
Yeah, Shotzi's out there with the tank. That's gonna like really help because she came out to some nuclear shit with the tank. That was real cool. But yeah, it was a pretty good 50-50 match. Honestly, Shotzi was whooping Bayley's ass. She was whooping her ass. And then, Bayley ends it with the Rose Plant.
Of course.
Then at the end, Bayley pulls out a ladder to try to, I guess she was going to try to do a frog splash on Shotzi through the ladder. Bianca Belair music hits. So it was a lot of Raw people on this week.
Yeah.
Bianca comes out, saves Shotzi, and she was about to actually try to hit the KOD on Bayley, but Bayley escaped, and Bayley did actually win that match clean. Then we get the main event, banger, really, really good match, really good main event. I mean, Drew, KO and Johnny Gargano versus Austin Theory and Alpha Academy. This was a really good match. Of course, we get the call back to Drew and Gargano back in Evolve. I'm telling you, if you ever want to like look at some like Evolve shit. Check out this is really where Drew McIntyre became a lot better. Like his time in Evolve is really what got him to where he is now. And even before Evolve, when he was doing the independents in the UK and whatnot. But yeah, we did some callbacks there. Really, really good bangers. A lot of good hot tags. Otis was out there being a tank again. KO hits Gable with the stunner on the table. That was pretty cool.
That's fire.
Yeah, pretty fire. Drew hits the Claymore on Theory for the win. And that was a pretty good Claymore too. Like, one thing I can say about Austin Theory, he can take some finishers, man. Like, he can sell the fuck out some finishers. Like, it's kind of like he jumped with the Claymore. Like, that motherfucker jumped and like spun. Like, that shit was crazy.
I can see that. I can see that shit too.
That shit was pretty cool. At the end, Drew pulls out a strap and he starts whooping Austin Theory with the strap. That was SmackDown. That was SmackDown, man.
I'm gonna catch that shit. I'm gonna watch it, man. But nah. Sounds really, really fucking solid. I like that shot. She's getting more attention now. Austin Theory still being Austin Theory. Gargano's being spotlighted right now. That's fire. Solo is on a fucking run right now. And yeah, man, I'm liking the direction that they're going with everything right now.
Yeah, for sure, man. It was like I said, it was a nice solid SmackDown. It was okay. It was cool. I mean, if you gave me my choice this week about which show was better between SmackDown and Raw, I'm probably gonna say Raw. But I mean, SmackDown wasn't nothing to sleep on. I mean, you got Drew McIntyre with teaming up with KO and Johnny Gargano. Like,
yeah,
come on now, that was fire.
That's incredible.
Shotzi got some spotlights. That was a good thing. We get to continue with the Sheamus with Gunther part. That was great. Yeah, and then the opening tag match. So again, yeah, it was a pretty good, solid thing. So I think now we're gonna get into our picks for match of the week, presented by absolutely nobody.
I love that.
All right, man, you up?
Match of the week for me has to be because I didn't see much of SmackDown. I'm gonna say Riddle versus Damian Priest. That was a fire ass match to me.
Nice. That's a good
I could definitely tell by their chemistry that was going on, and yeah, it's crazy.
Cool. And that's Ant's pick of the week.
I know it's bland, man, but blame the Branson Cognac, man. Blame the Branson Cognac. I definitely love, fuck it. Their chemistry was great. Riddle continues to show that he's a ring general right now. Damian Priest is fire. I fuck with Damian Priest. I just want to see him. I want to see him involved in more things. As far as I want him to have his own separate feud outside of what's going on with the Judgment Day. But to be honest, I don't know who he can feud with right now. But a fire feud to me for him would probably be Randy Orton.
That would be a fire feud. I mean, Randy would work in a lot of shit right now.
Yes, he would.
Like Randy, if we had Randy would work in a lot of different feuds right now. And honestly, I feel like if Randy didn't go out, I mean, RK Bro would have lost the belts eventually. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of gives Randy time to do some single shit. Like if he's not in the title picture, then you give him you throw him like Damian Priest, the Riddle possibly, you put Riddle in that shit. Shit, Randy Orton and Gunther would be fucking insane. Good Lord. Like shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Or Randy and Bobby Lashley.
Randy would love a match with Gunther. Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like you think about, you know what I'm saying? You think about matches like that right now, like Randy, positions that Randy could be in right now. And then even against the Judgment Day, you could put him and Edge back together. You know what I'm saying? You take us back to rated RKO. You know what I'm saying? take us back. You know what I'm saying? Like, give us shit like that. Like, you never know. Like,
We're Riddle looking there too. Like, I love this shit, bro.
oh my god, like that shit would be insane, bro. That would be really, really crazy
Oh man,
if you do that. But yeah, we miss you, Randy. We do.
We miss you,
We
Randy.
miss your presence for sure.
Yeah.
So that was Ant's pick of the week. And for my pick of the week, and you know what? Because some people are gonna listen to this and go, oh, you hate watching AEW and all that shit. But actually, my pick of the week is Bandito versus Chris Jericho on AEW Dynamite this past
I gotta
week.
watch that. I gotta watch that.
Yeah, it was a good match. I mean, it was a pretty good match, man. Like I can't take nothing away. I feel like Bandito was the lead dancer in that match. I know I popped. I popped for a few things. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about Bandito personally, but they definitely showed me a nice good showcase that night. So I really enjoyed that match. I guess the right man won because I mean, I don't know. I swear, man, like I I don't even think it's I think thing. It's more so everybody knows Tony Khan bought ROH just to buy them. So it's just
to stick it to the WWE.
and you're not sticking shit because if WWE bought all they gonna do is throw the fucking archive on Peacock and call it a goddamn night. And whatever ROH talent they had, they was gonna be on fucking NXT.
That's what I'm pissed about. Because I want to do a deep dive on ROH and I can't do that right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I'm totally down on that because there's things that I missed in ROH that I came around like the summer of Punk. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of like when I was kind of paying attention to ROH, the original summer of Punk, not the WWE rehashing of it. But
it's all good though, because I'm gonna do a deep dive on 99 and 2000 WCW. That's
oh god, and right now, well, again, before I pivot, that was my match of the week. Bandito and Chris Jericho. You get 4 stars from me, man. So that's my pick. It's funny you talking about because we both doing rewatches right now. Like this is something we do. Right now, I'm tapped into WWE. I'm Raw 97. Oh my god! If you've been following me on Twitter, and you just been seeing me randomly like talking about, it's because I'm literally watching Raw at that point in time right now. I'm in the part where the nation of domination is well they just this is the beginning of the racial factions. I remember this shit. Savio Vega and Crush just got kicked out of the Nation of Domination. I don't even know why Crush was in the Nation of Domination.
And they formed their own the Disciples of
Like, you had Crush in the Fruit of Islam. Like, what are we doing?
And then they Crush had a shit, the DOA, the Disciples of Apocalypse. And then
the Disciples Apocalypse, the first dudes that popped out, they was riding on motorcycles. Like, I remember that shit.
Yeah, the racist
Savio Vega had his
Los Boricuas.
Los Boricuas, the Puerto Rican faction. Oh my god, this shit was crazy back then.
I want to do a deep dive on that for all Ahmed Johnson shit.
Dog,
that nigga promos is fucking ridiculous, bro.
Ahmed Johnson is killing me, bro. Like this shit.
Remember that?
Mush mouth. If you ever get a chance, like if you ever want a good laugh, like go on YouTube. Go on YouTube.
And the fucked up part is
and look up WWF Warzone promos. Ahmed Johnson.
Listen up, Punk. You think you big with that little ass body you? Hold on, I gotta do this. I
can do it right now.
No, hold on, I got you. I got you.
Oh my god!
Right here, dog.
Bro, what is he saying? Oh my god. I can't breathe.
And then his theme, dog. His theme. Have you heard? You remember his theme?
Yes, the Pearl River plunge thing. Oh my god.
Oh,
Yo.
No, we not done yet. We not done. We not done.
Oh my god.
We not done, nigga. We not done.
Why? 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 And he would come out with a 2x4 for like no reason. Like he would just come out with a 2x4.
Oh,
Dog, let me tell you something. AEW today is WWE. I mean, is the World Wrestling Federation in 1997.
they don't have an Ahmed Johnson, dog.
They don't have an Ahmed Johnson. Like honestly, I don't laugh at all when I'm watching AEW, except maybe like when the Acclaim do the scissor hands and shit with Billy Gunn. Like that shit's funny, but I'm telling you, when it comes like the booking, it's just oh my god, it's so bad. But that's what we doing right now. We get into CDL watch. CDL watch. Who got they CDL this week with you?
Man, it gotta be Soraya, dog. It has to be her. Because that shit she did everything that anybody who left WWE for AEW would do. Cut a trash ass promo, blame Vince, and none of that shit made sense. And nobody knows and she's probably about to get back in the ring. That they're hinting at that, and you know, more power to you, but I hope you'll be okay. But baby girl, just go get them CDLs, man. Just do something, because that shit ain't working for me. It ain't working for me.
It's not fucking working. We just don't understand. We don't understand. We don't know where this is going. But unfortunately, I'm be there tuned in on Wednesday with no fucking clue about what's happening here. So that was Ant's CDL watch of the week, presented by absolutely no one. So my CDL watch this week, it's not actually for someone that's a talent or this is not anybody, no in-ring performer this week. My CDL watch. My CDL watch actually goes to Sean Ross Sapp for putting out one of the worst tweets I've ever seen in my life in terms of just watching professional wrestling and following people in the wrestling community on the internet. He says, and I quote, "Daddy Magic, Matt Menard." First of all, I'm not calling that man Daddy Magic. You got me fucked up. Matt Menard, Daddy Magic. His mannerisms in some of his promos have a real Randy Savage vibe.
I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Fuck about none of that.
Fuck about none of this shit, bro. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. You a fuck about none of that shit.
I just, you know what? I'm not even gonna get into that shit, man. Just fuck it. You don't CDL watch.
When you can drive a truck, you got a job, my friend. Diesel Driving Academy will teach you all you need to know.
Call this fucking
1-800-551-8900. Diesel Driving Academy.
You fucking co-opted swine. You co-opted swine.
You fucking mark.
And that is CDO Watch this week. So, I guess that is the end of our episode. This is episode 2. Episode 2 of Mid Carter's in Catering. You got anything that you want to plug before we get the fuck up out of here? I mean, shit, we here every week. It's our goddamn show. Shit. What can I say? Follow us on Twitter, man.
And you know what? Yeah,
follow us on Twitter.
That's it.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter. You already know. I am Ant.P.
That's it.
That's Ant.P.
Yeah, it's just like, come on.
Me, Turbo Graphics _87 on Twitter. Also follow us at Mid Carter's DET.
Come on, bro.
Mid Carter's DET on Twitter.
Come on, bro.
Subscribe on YouTube. Mid Carter's and Catering Podcast.
I mean, don't make it so fucking obvious, dog. That's just don't make it so fucking obvious, bro. Like that is just, oh God.
I'm gonna hate seeing like the Rampage tweets tonight. Like I'm going to bed.
Maybe I'm in for the Fightful page. I don't fucking know, man. But just like, dog. I would interview him just for him to explain that shit to me.
I mean, Daddy Magic, bro. Randy Savage.
He just fucking yells with a Canadian accent, bro.
Who even knows who this guy? Whatever, man. Like, I'm just sick of this shit, man.
Branson Kanye, baby. Branson Kanye.
Branson Kanye, man. Sponsor us one day.
Man. You know, we at Battery Park, man. Branson Kanye, bro.
Yeah. We there. That's where we at. But yeah, follow us on everything. We on every single podcasting platform now. Google Pods, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And we will be back again next week. This is a great week in wrestling.
Really fucking sick.
He really fucking said that shit, man. He really did.
He really tweeted that shit. And people agree with. We'll see y'all next week, man.
We'll see y'all next week.